Hey, what's good, everyone? In today's session, I bluff away half my stack the very first hand. I just can't help myself. Alright, let's get it.
I belong to you. I belong to you. Do just what you want.
Today, I go play the 1-2 no limit game at the final table. I buy in for the max $400. I get my chips and head to the table. Starting off the session, I didn't get my camera set up right away, but I got the very end of my very first hand. Long story short, I tried turning my pair of sixes into a bluff. My opponent had ace king and bet $30 on the river. I felt he was weak and actually put him on ace king. So I wanted to put pressure on just one pair holdings, and I raised it to $150. He tanked for about 2 full minutes, but unfortunately he ends up making the call, and I lose about half my stack starting off the session, my very first hand. Great. Starting off the session already down half my stack and on tilt. Alright, time to chase and get my money back. Not too much longer, I straddle $5 under the gun and look down at ace 7 of clubs. Everyone folds and the small blind raises it to $16. I make the call and we go heads up to a flop. The flop is 8 and ace 9 and the small blind checks it over to me. I check back in position and the turn is a 7 of diamonds, now completing the front door flush. But I felt like if he had a flush draw, he would have bet on the flop. And it also now gives me bottom 2 pair. He leads out this time for $25, and I just made the call hoping to boat up on the river. And the river is another 7, now giving me a full house. Even better, he leads out for $35. I only have about $150 back, so I go all in, and he pretty much snap folds. Dang, I was really hoping to get my money back from the last hand, but I'll take it. Okay, I move overseas to get a better angle for the vlog. Under the gun raises it to $10, and I look down at queen jack offsuit and make the call. The small blind calls, and we go 3 ways to a flop. The flop is 8, 3, 9 with 2 diamonds, and I need a 10 for my gutter straight. Action checks to me, and I bet out $15, and only the small blind calls, and we go heads up to a turn. The turn is a 6 of hearts, and I lead out again, this time for $25, and he quickly calls. I gonna need some help on the river, and the river is no help. The 4 of clubs, and when action's on me, I think about giving up here because what am I really trying to represent? I felt like if I bet big, it will look like a brick flush draw. And I only have queen high, so I'm not giving up just yet. I bet out $50 trying to make it look like a value bet, but my opponent pretty much snap calls. I show my queen high, and my opponent shows Jack 8 for second pair and takes down the pot. Nice call, nice call. I knew he was gonna call. I should have just waved the white flag, but I just don't like giving up. Just a couple hands later, we play a double board bomb pot. The top board is queen 3 9 with 2 clubs, and the bottom board is 5 king 3 with 2 hearts. I need a 10 for a gutter on top for a straight. In the bottom, I have top pair and a flush draw. Action checks all around, and the turn on the top board is a 6 of hearts. And the bottom is the 4 of hearts, now giving me an 8 high flush. Action checks to the cutoff, and he bets out $15. The player to my right calls, and for $15, why not? I call, and we go 3 ways to a river. The river on the top board is a 9 of diamonds, breaking my straight draw, and the bottom is the ace of clubs, which doesn't really change anything. Action checks to the cutoff again, and he bets out small, $35. The player to my right folds, and I know I'm almost never good here, but for $35 more to potentially chop the pot with my flush draw, I'll donate. So I make the call, and he announces out loud,
I think I have the nuts on both boards, but I don't really know.
He shows pocket 9s for quads up top, and ace 9 of hearts for the ace high flush on bottom. Yes, I do think you have the nuts on both boards. Nice hand, nice hand. Last couple interesting hands of the night. I pick up pocket 8s and raise it to $16. Only one player calls, and we go heads up to a flop. The flop is 9 queen 5 with 2 clubs. I don't think this board hits my range more than the button, so I check and he bets out $15. I just make the call and we'll evaluate on the turn. The turn is the ace of diamonds. Now this hits my range a lot more. I only have a little under 100 behind, and in case he was on any flush draws or just had a pair of queens, I want to put max pressure. So I go all in, and he snap folds. Whew! Alright, live another day. Last hand of the night. There's a $5 straddle on the button, and I look down at ace-7 of hearts and raise it to $17. C6 then jams it all in. Everyone folds, and when action's on me, he has me covered, and I only have a little under $100, and I have suited connectors. So you know what that means. Gamble, gamble, baby, let's go. I pretty much snap call. The flop is a brick, then the turn is a 6, now giving me an up and down straight draw. See you on the river. And the river is a brick, a 3 of clubs. I tell my opponent he's good, and he shows ace-10 for ace high and stacks me. And just like that, I call it a night. GG. Alright, I just got done with the session. One of the worst sessions I've played in a very long time. I don't know, I was just in a weird mood today. I guess I felt like punting and donating chips. So, pretty much I just suck. So thanks for watching and see you guys on the river.